Hello everyone and welcome to another Versus video. I am BBD and I am joined again by
CVM.
And we are going to be battling with some Dragons of Tarkir Pro Tour decks. I am playing a sweet Bant, Den Protector, Death Mist Raptor, Master of the Unseen, Dragon Lord Ojutai deck. It's kind of just
a bunch of sweet cards.
It's just a bunch of sweet cards kind of in a little witch's brew that we're going to see.
Much like the random Sultai decks are just like cards Gerard Fabiano owns. I feel like this is just actually just like cards that Craig Wesco owns.
Yeah, this is cards Craig Wesco owns, so we'll see how that pans out.
And I'm battling with the Red-Black Dragons. So
all right.
I think the deck's pretty sweet.
All right, so CVM, why don't you tell us how we're going to decide who goes first?
Well, recently, BBD and Todd decided to start doing the Sevens game in their videos on the premium side. So in the spirit of that, and Braun-Duin never going first in a Versus video ever again, we're going to try out the Sevens game here on the Select side.
All right,
so the way this game works is we just roll, and whoever rolls a 7 first loses.
Yep.
If we both roll a 7, is it a tie and we re-roll?
Yes.
All right.
All right. You're not even getting close to 7.
I'm not. Man, I've rolled 10, 11, and 12 so far.
10.
Another 10.
5.
Another 10. Man.
All right.
I did not roll lower than a 10 that entire time.
All right, so don't.
I'm gonna take these dice with me.
Don't high roll against CVM, but
I'll go first.
I'm sure you will.
3, 6, 7. And I think that this hand is fine, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it.
This hand is not good, but I'm going to also keep it, so.
All right, I'm going to gain a life.
All right.
Go ahead.
That was a good draw.
Man, Elvish Mystic is always on top, ain't it?
It was not an Elvish Mystic. I think I'm just going to play Flooded Strand and say go.
All right. So we have an option here. We can play this, which will set us up for later, or we can play this and try and steal some initiative if he happens to have a 2-drop. I think I like doing this. Actually, I think it's better if we just do this. So I'll just gain a life.
All right, you're at 22.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to end of turn fetch.
19.
And I'm just going to get a basic plains.
The old basic plains. I think Flesh Strand's probably the worst card in that deck.
Yeah, it seems like it's. I mean, you probably need a couple in the mana base, but
yeah, for sure.
Does not seem great. All right, that was what we like to call right on time. By that I mean not, but I am going to go ahead and take a point of damage and play Policeman.
So you're at 18?
I am. You're up.
All right. So here, we'll play a land, and I have to decide which one of these 2 that I want to use. And I think that it is this one. So we're going to roar and show you the Stormwrath Dragon.
All right, I go to 15.
And it's your turn.
All right, draw. Well, that's not great. This is probably going to seem like a really weird play, but I just kind of want to curve out, so I'm actually going to take 2 points of damage, cast an Elvish Mystic, and just actually cast a Den Protector.
All right.
And say go.
Oh, that does set you up for Serac next turn, which could be relevant. All right, we draw for our turn. That's a pretty sweet card. And play this, and I think that I just want to try and keep him off mana. So I could just try and keep him off mana with this. Actually, let me think on this. So I could try and keep him off mana with this, or I can just use this turn and try and set up this for the following turn. This isn't as appealing if he happens to have Ojutai instead of something like Surak that he gets to attack with next turn. Although, I don't really know if taking 8 damage after doing this to ourselves is exactly where we want to be. Yeah.
This Den Protector is really scary.
It really is. It enables that Surak. I also could just... It's kind of rough. I think that I'm just going to do this.
Alright.
We're going to go max greed. So I'm going to go to 20.
Bones are being read.
We're going to scry 2. And the perfect cards. Well, the perfect card. So we're going to top bottom.
Okay.
And then we'll draw these 2. And then I'll fetch a swamp and we'll Thoughtseize you.
Alright, so you're going to go to 17. I have a Courser, a Den Protector, and 2 Valorous Stances.
Huh. Courser, Den Protector, and 2 stances.
Not exactly the dream hand.
Well, I guess that's true. So let's do... I think that we just want to take the Courser
Okay.
and leave it with the other 2. So it's 17, 13.
Yep.
Alright, and then I'll pass the turn.
Alright, well, I'm going to go to 11. I'm going to cast Courser Crucifix. Brick.
Perfect. He didn't hit a land.
Hit you for 3.
14.
Go. So I took 2 to hit him for 1. Like, I could have cast it with Elvish Mystic, but I wanted to do an extra damage because we're putting ourselves down to Storm Breath range anyway, so...
Alright, well, we're gonna Crux of Fate for non-dragons, and then I'll pass.
That's quite gross. I am just going to... Well, I guess I just cast a Morph creature, probably. So I'll take a point of damage and cast a Morph.
Alright, so you're at 10.
I'm at 10. You're up.
Alright.
Somehow I don't think I'm beating that Storm Breath Dragon, but...
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Is there a Kolaghan as well?
I do not. Although the Kolaghan would be pretty sweet. No, actually, it would just die to your Valor Stance.
Yeah, but it would put me down to 4.
Yeah. I mean, I have Storm Breath and 2 lands, so you just did anyways. Yeah, I'll Storm Breath and attack.
Alright, 6.
I'll pass.
Well,
Now, I know it's not super relevant here at this point, but I really like that Den Protector can rebuy the fetch lands.
Yes, yeah, it is.
That was one of the real sweet things about Eternal Witness back in the day, is that you could rebuy lands.
Alright, let's go ahead and flip Den Protector. And I am going to return... None of these cards are really that good. I guess, I guess Fleeceman Lion?
I mean, I have the 7th land.
Okay.
Which kills you.
I'm dead then. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so the option was, the turn that I cast Read the Bones, was that I could just Bile Blight one of your mana guys.
Okay.
To keep you off of an Ojutai. But I figured, like, I had the Crux. If I happen to hit a Thoughtseize, then it just, like, makes the Read the Bones very good. And I did.
Alright, we're back for game 2, and I get to be on the play. Hopefully...
That means I get to be on the draw. Sweet.
Exactly where you want to be. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't look that exciting, but it does seem actually better than our last hand was. So
Wait, so you're not going to do 7 damage to yourself with your lands?
hopefully not.
Right, I'm also going to keep this hand. This is one of the types of hands that I think is going to be very good on the draw with this deck. But we're going to find out.
Alright, we'll start with a Temple, and I'm going to bottom that because we don't need more of those. So here we go.
Alright. I will Temple. And I think that this is the kind of card that we want. Maybe. Kinda, sorta. I think we can do better. Go ahead.
Draw.
Like, we already have 2 of these kinds of cards, so.
Well, that wasn't a particularly great draw. But I'm gonna go ahead and
We're gonna fetch.
yeah, I'll fetch down to 19. I'm just doing this at this point to like reduce my odds of drawing more lands, even though maybe that's even wrong because I had scryed a land at the bottom. But I'm gonna be fetching at some point this game anyway, so
Yeah.
I usually like to just use my fetch lands as early as possible.
The only counter argument to that is you have Course in your deck, so it might be worthwhile holding on to a fetch land. until
Oh, that's
later,
right. Yeah, yeah. I should have probably saved it. You're right. Go.
Oh, Fleece Mainline. All right. So here is an interesting interaction. So we're going to be thought seizing and playing a temple this turn. And the conventional wisdom is to thought seize first so you know what you're scrying into. But I feel like I would rather see the top card of my deck to get information on what I can and what I cannot handle before I thought seize. So we're going to try that out. So we're going to scry.
In this format, I actually think that
And this is a very good card. So
I think that Temple
it.
First is right for almost every single deck, including
And then we'll thought
control
seize.
decks.
All right, so we got command, den, green. I mean, I like fetching with this hand. Green.
This hand is,
I mean, you're just gonna leave them up. I don't need to write them.
Yeah, you don't need to write them.
So here, I think that we just want to take the Den Protector and leave him with Dromoka's command, since we have this for his Fleece Mainline that the command won't stop. And then I'll pass.
Alright, draw.
You gotta leave him down for me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I am going to scry, and yep, we'll keep that on top.
That could be. That means it could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Could be a boat. I'm actually just gonna put a
I
counter.
was gonna say, here's the dilemma. Now you have to figure out if I have Bioblight or not, since I left you with the command.
I'll put a counter and make you sack an enchantment and hit you for 4.
But I don't have an enchantment.
Go. Well, too bad.
All right,
Sacrificed it
unfortunately.
anyway.
And I think that I just want to. I'm just gonna downfall this now and pass.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Actually, it is correct to do it now, so it doesn't get stopped by Valor Stance.
Yes, it definitely is. Alright. I'll just play Mana Confluence and say go.
Oh no, that smells like a Ojutai coming in my direction. Alright, well, we can... I think that we just want to get this in play.
Okay.
And we're going to +1.
18.
It's your turn.
Draw. Ojutai.
Yep.
17. Your turn.
Alright.
This could either be okay for me or really bad. Things could get quite foul.
Now, I don't think that I want to zero Chandra here. So I'm just going to gain 2.
16.
I'm going to plus Chandra,
I'm at 16.
and then I'll pass the turn.
Alright, well if I attack with Dragon Lord Ojutai, it is probably not long for this world. That's the conclusion that I'm drawing here. He certainly has a removal spell. I'm going to start with a Corsair Crucifix.
Yeah, Corsair's fine.
Alright, let's see what we have on top of our deck. Elvish Mystic, that's not what I want to see on top
Yeah,
of
put
my
that guy
deck.
in play.
Yeah, I should have kept that Windswept Teeth, because this would be a great time to use it, but I'm going to gain a life. I go to 17, and then I'm going to lose 1 back to 16 and cast Death Mist Raptor. And I am just not going to attack here because I don't want to just let him kill my Dragon Lord. So you're up.
Okay. Well, let's see what my best course of action here is going to be. And I think, since I know that he has an Elvish Mystic coming, and you're at 16.
Yes.
Alright, well we're going to kill your Raptor and show you a Stormbreath Dragon.
Knowing that I had this coming, I actually probably should have cast this face down. But either way, I guess it was dying. That also incentivizes you to kill this over something else if you think it's a Den Protector.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, let me draw. That's actually a fairly good draw here at this point. So I have two options. I can Chandra 0. And hope to hit a black land so that I can cast both of these. Or I can just jam this and try and kill him in a couple turns. The good news is if this doesn't trigger when you damage Planeswalkers, right?
Does not, no.
Okay, so the good news is if he tries to send the Ochitai at my Chandra, then it doesn't do anything. And I think that the 0 is going to be best here. Alright. Well, it's not a black land, but it is a land. Well, maybe I just don't play the Stormbreath Dragon here yet. Or maybe I don't attack with it, I just put it in play. Since he can't really do anything with that Elvish Mystic next turn. Is that 12?
I'm at 13, right? Or did I miss something?
You went from 16. I got it wrong. 16
Yep.
to 13. Oh no, then you took one when you cast the Raptor.
No, but I gained a life from Corsair, so I broke
Oh yeah,
even.
I didn't write the life from Corsair. Okay. Actually, I think it's fine if he wants to hit me once with his Dragon Lord. Maybe not. Now, since I know you have the Mystic, I think it's best for me to just do this.
Okay.
And we'll just leave him on defense, and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Draw a Mystic. Top card is Dramoka's Command.
Well, that's a cute one.
It is a cute one. Alright, well, I'll play this, and I cannot profitably attack, so I will just say go.
Now, since you know I have Chandra, and there's the potential for Kolaghan's Command in my deck, do you think it's right to play the Mystic there? Maybe hold on to it, or does it just not really matter?
I mean, I guess, well, the thing is like, I'm like encouraging you to +1 your Chandra instead of just 0 it, but
Fair.
maybe that's just bad for me anyway, so.
Yeah, I guess if you leave it in your hand, then you like have the potential to take a damage from the Dragon Monstrous.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's close either way, but I'm going to go with just playing it. I mean, I can use this to maybe save it next turn, but that just seems like a poor use of that card.
Alright, we'll draw. Okay, so Dramoka's Command doesn't really do much here. So we're just going to do 1 to you and 1 to your Elvish Mystic.
12.
So you're at 12. I'm going to play a land. I think that I just attack here. That only prevents damage, right?
It only prevents damage.
Alright, I'll attack for 4.
Okay, go to 8.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Alright, I'll draw this. The top card is Valorous Stance. I wish these cards had been in the reverse order. Well, I'll just attack you with both.
I'll downfall the Dragon Lord.
Okay.
And I'll take 2. I'll go to 14.
Go.
You're at 8.
Correct.
That stops instant or sorcery damage.
It does.
Alright, well, I'll just Monstrous the Dragon.
Alright, I will respond by putting a counter on this and making you sacrifice an enchantment.
Sure. And then I'll +1 Chandra on the attack.
Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Vindication with the Downfall when you had the Courser and the
Okay.
Dragon Lord, but I didn't have the second red.
I liked playing the defense on. I liked playing the dragon on
In
defense.
passing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it lets me attack and still have Downfall afterwards, just
Yeah.
to work the Chandra.
All right, we are back for sideboarding, and as for myself, I'm cutting a lot of these really situational cards that aren't that good against him.
That you had in your hand both games and they did nothing.
Yeah, we actually got to see firsthand that I had both of these cards in my hand, both games, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then I'm cutting one Surak because he kills all my guys, so it's really hard for me to get value out of Surak giving haste.
Mm-hmm.
So I think trimming on one is right. And then I'm going to bring in 4 ways to kill his dragons and 3 counter spells for his big cards. I can either counter his dragons or counter some of the other things like Chandra, Crux of Fate, etc. that are good against me.
Yeah, not only that, but we also saw in that second game that there's going to be situations where I'm going to want to use Stormbreath Dragon as a defensive creature against Ojutai.
Yeah.
And in those situations, Encase and Ice is just very, very good.
Yeah, like if I'd had Encase instead of Dromoka's Command or Valorous Stance that game, I could have, just encased your dragon, killed your Chandra, or even just hit you with my Dragon Lord and then found like a Valorous Stance to protect it or something. So.
Yeah. The one thing to keep in mind in these post-board games is that now that you don't have Valorous Stance, Ojutai is going to be much more vulnerable to, burn or cards like Hero's Downfall.
That is true, yes.
But I think having, the card is just really bad outside of that, so it's worth not being in your deck.
Yeah.
As for myself, I'm bringing in 3 Anger of the Gods as ways to stop Den Protector, Recursion, and as ways to handle Deathness Raptor. Plus, it's like a Mystic Caryatid deck, so Anger of the Gods is just going to be good. Another Crux of Fate, since games where I have Crux of Fate, I can navigate the game state to where it's going to be backbreaking, and most of the time you're going to win those types of games. And then an Ugin, since it's also the same. I'm going to be cutting 1 Foul-Tongue Invocation. Since he does have a lot of Mystics and Caryatids, it's going to be tough to isolate the one creature that I want to get rid of. But I still want to keep a couple because I can imagine games where he's just able to slam an Ojutai, and a Foul-Tongue Invocation is just going to handle it right away.
For example, last game.
Exactly. And then 2 Kolaghan's Commands I'm getting rid of because he just really doesn't have any creatures that it kills, and he's not really going to be killing a lot of my creatures. So there's just not going to be a lot of chances that I think to get value out of the card. It might be a little different since he has Disdainful Stroke, but I feel like Duress is a better card to combat that than Kolaghan's Command, so I could see potentially wanting Duress. And then I'm going to cut a Bioblight and a Read the Bones. I think Chandra's probably better than Read the Bones here in this matchup, and Bioblight just doesn't seem very good. Like you're a Courser carry to deck. Bioblight doesn't kill a whole lot. It will kill like Fleece Mane Lions in a pinch and give me an out to multiple Deathness Raptors, but I think that it's the worst of the removal spells, so we're getting rid of 1.
Makes sense.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's do it. All right, we're back for game 3, and I want to point out that I did actually bring back in a Valorous Stance and cut the last Surak, because Stance can sometimes be good, randomly good.
Yeah, it just seems better than Surak, who seems abysmal.
I think that this hand is just hilarious, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you. That opening grip there, that is just beautiful.
It's almost as good as this hand.
I'm going to mulligan. I hope it's Radiant Fountain.
No, it's just Haven Mountain.
Okay.
And Castles. Bioblight, Nebramas. Oh man, look at the top 3.
Wow, you would have just...
That hand would have been gas.
I didn't even look at my top 3. It would have had to have been Forest, Mana Confluence, or something, just to even give me a shot. All right, we are both on 6 glorious cards, and my first 3 cards are already like the snap 3-est you can possibly have. So, all right, the other 3 weren't that good, but we're gonna keep.
All right, well, mine doesn't have any land.
Okay.
All right, see if we can get 5. Well, we got a land. I mean, I would snap this 4.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'll keep.
All right, Forest, go.
All right, well, I think that here I actually just want to... Thoughtseize. don't think I want to take a turn off playing a temple. I'd rather see what you're working with.
All right. Well, you have an option between Fleecemane Lion or Deathmist Raptor.
Oh. Well, Thoughtseize a Deathmist Raptor just actually feels like the worst. So I think that I'm just going to take the Fleecemane Lion.
Seems
And I'll be at
wise.
17. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna let's see. You know I have a Deathmist Raptor, but I'm gonna hide it because I might draw other morph creatures. So just in case I draw like a Den Protector or
Fair.
something, I don't want you to know which one I'm morphing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I guess I'll play a Windswept Heath and say go.
Scry.
Okay.
I think I'll keep this card. Go ahead.
Draw.
Playing for the later game.
And it's kind of awkward, I guess. I will see. I don't really want to take damage unnecessarily, but I also want my mana to be like perfect in subsequent turns, so I guess I'll play this and fetch and then play Deathmist Raptor. So I'm gonna get a plains and go to 18.
Alright, 18, 17.
Go.
Alright, we knew we were drawing this. We'll scry again. And we don't need any more of that, so we'll ship that bad boy to the bottom.
Good.
And that'll be your turn.
Alright, deck, cough up the goods. I
You
will,
just slam Serac and go ham. 14.
well, Surik's not in my deck anymore, so if I did that,
Too
I'd
bad.
probably be cheating. We'll play a Scry land and put that to the bottom. Here go.
Alright, let's draw a card. And I have to imagine that we probably have a disdainful stroke, but I'm just going to play it anyways.
It's in there.
Dragon. Go ahead.
Draw. Alright, well, not what the doctor ordered. I'll play this and attack you for 3.
I'll take it. Go to 11.
I'll pass the turn.
Alright. Well, that's kind of cute. Let's see if this works. I'm going to cast Anger of the Gods.
He's dead. Never
Very
coming
angry.
back.
I'll battle.
Okay, we go to 14.
And then we'll scry. And, ooh, that's a good one. Top. Go ahead.
Alright. Draw. Alright, well that is one of the few cards we could have drawn this turn that would actually do something.
Is it Ojitai? Or
It is
Dead
Mastery of the Unseen,
Protector? Oh, no.
which I will cast and say go.
Alright.
Bones.
Yep, I'm going to read some bones. I'll go to 9.
Okay.
We'll scry 2. And... Huh. I don't think I want either of those. Yeah. I'll draw 1 and 2. I'll attack.
10.
Play a land, and then I'll pass.
I'm gonna go to 9.
We get a mastery of some unseen.
Yeah, we're gonna get some unseen things going on here. And get that island out there. Alright, let's make a guy. Alright.
I hope it's a land.
Well, that's basically all I've drawn this game, so draw. Ooh, that was a draw.
So you're saying the 2 Thoughtseizes I shipped at the bottom were good?
Yes, they were quite good. I'll play Windswept Heath. That's a good draw, too.
When you get a Den Protector, flip up, get Fleece Mane, and cast it? That'd be gross.
I'm trying to think of how, like, I'm at 9 and he's at 9. He probably has removal spells. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Kind of just want to play like super conservatively, since I have this Mastery of the Unseen. That's probably going to win me this game. So I'm actually just going. I mean, if he had a removal spell, he might have just probably killed my Manifest creature while I was tapped out, to be honest. But yeah, he probably would have done that, actually.
It's very likely.
Yeah.
Especially if I had Draconic Roar.
Yes, yeah.
Or maybe I'm leveling you.
He might be leveling me. Alright, whatever. Guess I'm gonna go for it. And see what happens. I'll flip up a Dragonlord Ojutai.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Gain a life.
Yeah, you go to 10.
Attack. Alright.
I go to 4.
1, 2, 3. Oh god.
Are they all lands?
It is 2 lands and a Sylvan Caryatid.
Perfect.
I'll take the land, I guess. Well, I'll take this actually.
Alright, I will take a Dragonlord Kolaghan.
Alright, go.
That's not a Kolaghan.
I'm thinking.
Alright,
actually.
I'll go to combat. Yeah, fair. Could be in case nice.
I think I just do this. Inside your combat step, I'll fetch a 9. I'm actually going to be at 5 when it's all said and done.
Even in case.
Yeah. And I'll just fetch another planes, I guess. Well, then if I draw... Wow. If I draw a Flooded Strand, I guess it just doesn't even matter. Yeah, we'll go ahead and encase your Thunderbird Regent.
Alright.
And hope I'm not dead.
I'll go to 5.
Yep.
I'll choose dragons.
Good.
And then it will be your turn.
Alright, well that sucked. Guess I could have just taken a hit, but I'm going to have to encase that guy anyway, so figured it was best to do it before I got attacked with it. Well, that was a very good draw.
Is it land number 8?
No, I already had that. Go. It's not land number 8.
My guess is that it was a Disdainful Stroke for this, but we're going to rebuy this dragon and try and cast it.
Okay.
I'll get a life.
You're at 6.
No offense.
Well, I'll mastery once. See what we get. And I'll mastery again. I go to take 1 more.
Go to 4?
Yep.
Alright.
You're at 5 right now?
Yep. Am I
All right,
dead?
you are dead, actually.
Do you have encase and then flip something up?
Nope. I have Unmorph, Den Protector.
Get
Gain a
encase.
life.
You gain 2.
Or gain 2 life, go to
6.
7, get back in case and ice, tap that thing down and hit you for 5.
Yep. Dead.
I had drawn a plummet. That's what I drew.
You at 6.
Oh, oh yeah, you gained
No,
a
I
life.
am at 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh, baby.
That's awkward.
Right, and you go to 6 from this flip up.
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
I
actually.
guess
I'm gonna.
just change the sequence.
Yeah, that's gonna change how
Since
I
I'm
play.
not actually dead. So we're currently 6 to 4.
Yeah, that's flipped down.
Alright, I'm at 6 and you're at 4.
Yeah, that's really awkward. No, it's currently at 5, right?
No, you should be at 4.
Oh yeah, I'm at 4. You're right. Yeah, and you're at 6. That Bloodfell Caves.
Yeah, boy. Man, Mastery is good.
All right, Elvish Mystic. Sylvan Caryatid. Is that right? That can't be. That's probably not right. All right, let's not cast this Elvish Mystic. I'm just gonna cast Sylvan Caryatid. And then I'm going to flip up Den Protector to gain 3.
7.
Getting back Encase in Ice. It's encasing back down to 4. I think being at 4 is an acceptable life total. And I'll hit you for 5.
1.
And I'll say go. I think I still messed that up a little bit, but...
Oh, this is actually really gross.
Am I dead?
Yeah, because I drew a Storm Breath and you have a Mana Confluence.
Do you have Roar as well?
Oh, you're at 4.
Yeah, but okay, that's fine.
You're going to take 3 to plummet it. And you have a Mana Confluence.
Oh, wow, yeah. I forgot about the
Yeah,
Thunder
you
Break
should have
still.
plummeted this
Yeah,
instead of the Encase.
you're right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. I could have also just cast this instead of this and not had to use Confluence, so...
Yeah, that's probably right, too.
Yeah, I messed it up a lot of ways, so...
I think we'll still give you that one. Because if you do
Anything else,
anything
yeah.
other than that, I'm just dead. I was like, oh man, he just has a plummet. And then I'm like, oh wait, he has Mana Confluence.
All right, game number 4.
Numero quattro.
Oh.
And we chalked that last one up to BBD.
I'm gonna blame it on me just getting back from Brussels, being a little jet lagged and out of it. But all right, so
Oh yeah, I get to go first.
Yeah.
This hand's a little risky, but I'll keep it.
this hand's great, so I'm gonna keep it. It's
Thoughtseize.
probably the best hand I've had so far, but Thoughtseize has been very, very annoying. So as it tends to be.
Man, that hand is great. Jeez. All right, well, that hand is actually very good, and as much as it pains me, so I can take the Sylvan Caryatid, but if I leave him with the Den Protector, then he can just get like double use out of his Disdainful Stroke, which based on my hand, I don't want that happening, so I have to take the Den Protector.
That was my
And I'll
experience
pass.
when I was testing for this Pro Tour. Every time I Thoughtseize my opponent, I just always took Den Protector. It's really annoying. All right, so that is our draw. We're gonna start with the Temple of Plenty. And that card is plenty good, so we're going to keep it on top. You're up.
All right. That's not what we were looking for. Go ahead.
All right, so, well, let's go ahead and play Sylvan Caryatid.
Yep.
So you go. Hopefully things don't get too foul around here.
All right, we will scry.
Okay.
And actually, this card's fine, so we'll top it. Go ahead.
All right, well, I got bad news for you.
Why?
Because we got a Mastery of the Unseen.
Yeah, that is bad news.
Go. Probably the best possible.
All right, I'll play a Thunderbreak Regent.
I will Disdainful Stroke it.
Your turn.
All right, I'm not gonna make that Encase in Ice mistake again. we're just gonna stroke that guy.
Get it out of there.
Get it out of here. Play an Elvish Mystic and pass.
All right, well, that's not a bad draw. We'll play this guy.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I will Mastery,
Sure.
and that is what we have manifested. Draw a card. Play Plains, and I am just going to simply pass the turn.
Okay. Go to combat.
I think I just let him attack here, actually. This could come back to bite me, but I'm planning on just beating him with the Master of the Unseen. Sure.
Your turn.
I'll manifest end of turn,
Sure.
and that is what we have manifested. And that's it. Maybe I was supposed to encase in response to the second Thunderbreak Regent, but
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
yeah, actually, I think I was actually.
Someone on this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do
Sure.
that. So I take 3 from that. I'm
Yeah,
at
you just
13.
take 3 less damage.
Yeah. I can't unfortunately do the untapped one.
Alright, so for those of you who are watching, this does give me the second red for my dragons.
It does. Yep.
I noticed a lot on the Pro Tour coverage in Twitch chat. It was a lot of people were unaware, but Haven does give you a color for dragons.
It does. Your turn.
Land. Ugh. All right. Combat.
Sure. Go to 9.
So I don't know if I need to use this now or if I wait a turn. I think that I need to wait a turn.
Okay.
As awkward as that sounds. Alright, so we're gonna read the bones.
Sure. And 16.
I'm gonna go to 16. We'll scry 2. And as awesome as both of these cards are, I think I have to ship them. Ugh. I also could keep this one and hope to get lucky. Maybe that's right. Don't think it is though.
I like the hope to get unlucky plan.
I think I have to buy them both.
Okay.
And we'll draw 2. I'll play a land and scry. And don't think we need that card. So I'll bottom that.
Okay.
Then it's your turn.
Alright, I will manifest, and that is what we've manifested. And I will then manifest again. And we got that. Alright, untap. Draw. The flooded strands. I'm just gonna attack you with everything.
No blocks. Am I dead?
You're not dead. You are just taking 9 points of damage.
Alright, 7.
Okay. Actually, I'm not gonna attack with this. You get 8.
8.
I just thought of something that might be good. Go.
Non-dragons.
Okay. So the reason I didn't attack before, and it's not actually relevant now, but there is a reason I didn't, and that is because if he cast Anger of the Gods, I wanted to unmorph my Death Mist or Megamorph my Death Mist Raptor. and then also still have the mana to use Mastery. But here we're just going to unmorph Deathmist Raptor and gain 6 life, I guess.
Yep.
So I go to 15. And that happens.
Just a bunch of lands.
That's, yeah, basically a bunch of lands and a Disdainful Stroke. All my guys are dead.
All right.
I go to 11.
Your turn.
Kind of want to fetch to 10, but if I hit my other land off of Mastery, I can't use this Flood Strand.
Oh.
But if I put myself to 10, I'm also just dead to Dragon Lord if I don't hit a creature. So I'm gonna take the risk and yeah. Let's see. I want to leave up this. All right. We'll do that. All right. Untap. Draw a card. That's a pretty sweet draw.
You want to target my dragons?
No, not really. I'll cast Sylvan Caryatid,
Sure.
and I'll fetch down to 10. Get my last fetchable land.
Oh. I forgot to play this land.
Okay.
If that changes how you do things.
Doesn't change anything.
9. Like, I purposely Wrath before combat so that I would not attack if you had something, but then I forgot to play my land. That's the whole point of taking these lines.
Alright, I'm going to gain 2 life. Let's do this song and dance again. I go to 12.
Yep.
And attack for 5. You go to 4. And I get 1, 2, 3. We'll take this card, could actually be pretty good. And you're up.
Alright, give me a land.
Am I dead?
If I draw, I mean, you're not dead, but if I draw a land, then I get to do some sweet stuff.
Is it Ugin?
It's not a land!
Perfect.
So I guess that I could still do this and put him at 6. And then he wouldn't be able to encase and ice this and kill me because then he would die from the triggers.
Okay. That would put me to 6 if you attack me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll die from the 2 triggers if you target one of these, if you
Yep.
don't gain any life. I also think that I can just do this. I think this is kind of a free roll here too. So I'll toss these you before I attack, just to make sure.
Good for you.
So I go to 2. Alright, well. So I think that I just have to take the Den Protector.
Seems right. Go to 6.
Go. Man,
Draw.
we've had a lot of dragons in this match, on both sides.
Scry. Keep that on top. That's 6.
Would you like to cast your Death Raptor face up?
No, absolutely not. I will cast it face down though.
Of course.
So I'll play a morph.
That gets around this, right?
It does get around that, yeah.
Figured as much.
Conveniently. I could leave my Ojutai back on defense, which seems good. I mean, I can also trade with his Thunderbreak Regent, but I think I'd rather trade with... I'm at 6 right now, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're at 2? I
Yep.
think I'd rather just trade with his Dragon Lord Cole again if I can. So, guess I'll just say go.
All right, deck.
It's actually been a really sweet game.
It has.
I thought I was just going to run away with it with Mastery, but that deck's very resilient.
All right, how do I do this? So I can... So if I play this in -5, and then he floats. Oh no, he would have to do it. Okay, so he would have to flip up in response to it, so he would could gain life off of the mastery. And then, yeah, that's the... I'll fetch.
So you go to 1.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna -5.
Alright. I am going to respond.
So that puts him down to 2.
I am going to... I guess it doesn't really matter which way I do it. I guess I'll leave mana.
Oh, he gets to
Same
bring his
way.
raptor back face down, though.
I do.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to flip up Death Mist Raptor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stack the triggers so that this one comes into play
Yeah, and then you'll gain 4.
face down. Then I gain 4, going up to 10. Then
Yep.
-5 happens, so these guys all get exiled.
Yeah, all this
So
is
this mind
exiled,
case
so-
nice.
Well, now I can't attack with this Kolaghan. So I will just pass the turn.
Okay.
I did not see that coming. Although I still think that this is the best outcome.
Oh wait, this is a... Oh yeah,
It comes back
Yeah,
face
yeah.
down, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But
you're
it's
right.
not a manifest or whatever. I have to pay...
No, it's a morph.
Yeah, I have to pay 5 on morph.
Correct. To Megamorph.
That is true.
Megamorph. It's the Megamorph and Death Mist Raptors. Is that the new Saban TV show? from Nick Saban?
Mighty Mega Morphing Death Mist Raptors. Alright,
And being a 1 is pretty precarious.
it is pretty precarious. Well, I guess I have to... I could not attack here, but then I'm just not in good shape. Well, I guess I will attack you. Alright, I will Megamorph this thing. And trade with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Seems bad for me.
All right, well,
7.
up top. So I can cast this and get this going, Or I can just rebuy this Thunderbreak Regent and put it in play. And I kind of like that.
Oh, you had a third rip.
Yeah, so this is the one you countered when I first played it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What are life total spells?
I'm at
1 and he's at 7.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Had I drawn a land this turn, I can get back to this Dragon Lord Cole again, but I don't think that's relevant at this point. And we'll cast the Thunderbird Regent.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. I don't know what my outs are here, but they can't be very many. It can't be a lot. Oh, that might have been the
Thing
thing.
Protector.
Huh.
Maybe Plummet.
Cast a morph.
Yep.
Go.
Ah! Gain 2 life.
Lucky.
Combat.
Sure. Plummet.
Trigger.
Yep.
Plus this Chandra plus 1.
Yep. Dead. If you had,
Then you get to Plummet and then Protector and rebuy it back.
if you shoot, it was another
Oh,
death miss.
another
If you
raptor.
shot my morph pre-combat, then I just get to flip it
and
up.
save it. And get the other one.
Yeah, I get to flip it up, save it, get the other one, and I don't have to plummet your guy
Yeah.
because I'm not dead anymore. So, but if you do it in that order, then it's just
100%.
dead. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we're here for the 5th game, and I'm on the play. Whew. All right, we got there. I'm gonna keep
Alright, well, I got a full house.
lands over spells.
I mean, these are great cards in this matchup, but I just don't have any black mana.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to mix these Stormbreath Dragons up. Alright, let's see if we can get a good 6. Sure. I ain't gonna complain.
Go.
Forced go. No Mystic?
No mystic.
Alright, let's scry. I think this card's going to end up being good. But do we want a second?
That's what they all say.
Likely. Top. Go.
That was a good draw. I'll play something curated.
Carry added. I'll gain a life.
Okay. Alright, Courser,
Uh-oh. Foil to our plan.
gain 1 up to 21. Go.
Hero's Downfall.
I will fetch in response. Say it
And I'm not
21.
even going to let him have a chance to save it with...
I'm fetching in response because I don't want to draw the Death Mist Raptor, and I want to gain a life. He does get to see what we draw, but whatever.
Wait, why don't you want Death Mist Raptor? That card seems great.
It does
Do
seem
you not have
great.
any more lands in your hand? Brian Braun-Duin?
We'll see what's on top of my deck before I comment in the affirmative or negative. Alright, top card is a Den Protector.
I guess you can just Megamorph it.
Alright, untap, draw a Den Protector.
Curated Mystic. Really?
Go.
Really?
Add it.
Alright, I got the guts. Go ahead. I don't have a land.
Go. I don't either.
Go ahead.
Seems
It's
good.
probably wrong, but
Game. I'll play a morph creature. Here you go. Wonder what it is. Actually, it's probably wrong than just making a mastery token, but Thunderbreak. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong than just making a mastery token.
Go ahead.
At 18.
We got a battle of two
Wits.
decks operating on full steam here. I'd like to draw like 4 lands in a row.
Alright, I'm gonna fetch to 17. Get an island. And then I'm gonna play Temple of Plenty and Scry afterwards.
Oh, that's real bad for me.
And keep it on top. Go.
Go.
I will manifest the top part of my deck.
Of course.
There's this
Let's do it.
sweet thing.
My hand has so many dragons in it, you don't even know.
Does it?
Yes. All of them.
Huzzah.
19.
Speaking of dragons, I just drew that thing. You're up.
Ugh. This is pretty bad.
Seems great to me.
I think we're just like dead to an encase of ice.
It's 13.
Go.
Draw. Attack you for 7.
12.
Into 1, 2, 3. Honestly, I think I just take the land here. Since I have this Mastery of the Unseen. And I gotta think if I want to do anything, and I don't think I do. So, I'll just say go.
Land. It's not a land. Combat.
Sure. Actually, correction, in case of ice.
Good.
Fetch down to 12. And the forest, I guess. And I'm gonna Mastery the Unseen again.
Didn't see that coming.
That's what we got. No one ever does. No one ever sees it coming. And draw. Alright, that's a good card. Attack with everything. Sure. Take 2.
I'll take 4.
Or 4. 2 from each.
Go to 8.
And I will just say go.
It's like the opposite of what I need. It's your turn.
I'm going to end of turn Mastery of the Unseen.
I will respond to that.
Sure. Foul tongue me.
Foul tongue invocation.
Okay. I'll sacrifice this.
I think it's right to respond to that. And I control dragon, so I go to 12.
You go to 12, and I get one of these.
Yep. It's your turn.
Okay. We'll just do this again.
Yep.
Go to 8.
Yep.
I'm just gonna say go. Just let Master of the Unseen do the work.
Gain a life.
Go to 9.
It's your turn.
Mastery.
Sure.
Attack with everything.
No blocks.
Alright, you take 6.
I'm going to downfall the newest one.
Okay, it does.
I'll take 4 and go to 5.
Yep. Go.
I'll play Dragon Lord.
Sure.
I'll gain no life.
You go to 6.
Your turn.
Mastery. And just plummet that guy.
Okay, I'm at 6.
Yeah.
So I'm just dead.
Could also just not show the plummet and kill you in 2 different ways as well. 'Cause this is a. I'm gonna still hit all these you.
Sure.
This is a death miss and that's a dragon
Yeah,
lord.
and I just have another Dragon Lord in my hand.
Oh jeez.
I told you, and I had so many dragons. I had so many dragons.
Just all the dragons.
Yep.
All right, we're here for the conclusion of our video, where we saw the dragon deck really just beat the whatever out of me in games where I didn't have Mastery of the Unseen.
Yeah, and I even won a long grindy game where you did have mastery.
Exactly.
And I
yeah.
think that because I had like the multiple Kolagans and a handful of removal spells, I think that I might even had a chance that game had I hit some land drops along the same times when you did to get Kolagan in play. So like the haste dragons and spot removal is very, very good against those types of cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was winning that last game. My hand was stacked, so
Sure.
we'll say that much. But yeah, it did seem that the black-red deck seemed really good. I actually thought it
I really
performed
like it.
really well. Yeah.
I think that it should probably have some number of Kolagan's Monument, the 3-mana artifact, like the key rune that turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
I think that has some potential to help with the mana, just because like deck's pretty mana hungry, and it helps like even fix colors. So like there was one game earlier where I would be able to like downfall and foul tongue to get rid of your Ochitai or whatever, and I couldn't because I only had 2 black sources.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go that route, you might want some Ugins in the main as well, because you don't destroy your monument with Ugin, and it helps ramp you into Ugin.
For sure.
That could be something to look at as well.
Yeah, I could definitely see an Ugin in the main.
This deck seems sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
I liked it. It was a little clunky at times, and the mana was awkward as like I expected it might be,
Mhm.
and it was very, very loose to Stormbreath Dragon at least game 1. But outside of that, it seemed like it was doing a lot of cool things. Mastery seemed very good, especially in this matchup. Maybe something where you even want more access to more copies post board, just because of some matchups like this where it was just so good.
I feel like you do. I think that there really isn't like a great payoff for the Mystic Caryatid acceleration package you have in the deck. Like, there's not a Stormbreath Dragon to get out early that can just win the game. There's not, monstrous creatures. You don't have Dragon Lord Atarka. Like, Mastery is the payoff for playing those mana accelerants. So I think that since we have the full 8 package, we definitely want to have access to 4 Mastery somewhere in the deck, because it just feels like that there's a little bit too much fluff without it.
And Mastery actually, surprisingly enough, plays very well with like Plummet, Disdainful Stroke, Encase in Ice. All these like cheap interactive spells actually play really well with Mastery, because you can basically do what I did that last game where I had like I had a Stroke and a Plummet and a Den Protector and like a bunch of cheap creatures, but it was just easier every turn to just make a Mastery creature. And if you play something I have to counter, I can counter it. If not, I can like maybe flip something up if I hit a cheap guy or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And just go from there.
At that point, you're not using it as much as a way to go over the top with life gain as it is you're using it like a Killjoy and Outpost, right? Like, you're just creating a threat. A stream of threats will eventually win the game, and you can you only have to have 6 lands in play to keep up 2 mana for your inactive spell at that point.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. I'm surprised there hasn't been an actual deck like that where we take like the Jim Davis Blue-White Control Shell and just put Mastery in it as like a win condition, since there's not a lot of cards that actually interact with it.
Yeah, and you can maybe occasionally flip up like a Dragon Lord or something if you find one.
That's pretty sweet. As for changes that I would probably make to the red-black deck, again, the Monument seems sweet. Maybe try it on Ugin. I'm not sure that I like the removal mix, but I don't know what to change, so probably nothing. I think that if you do go towards the way of Monument, you probably want some number of Wild Slashes. There's ways to take advantage of the 1 extra mana that you'll have on turn 3 when you play it. But I feel like with people moving away from Rabblemaster right now, I think Wild Slash is getting worse.
I agree with that.
Like, you definitely want some in your 75 because it's great against the red decks, but more than 50% of the decks in the format are bad against it, and so it's just going to be a bad card in your main deck the majority of the time.
Ultimate Price is also just a very good card in Standard right now too,
Mm-hmm.
And that's something to consider as well as another removal spell that can maybe slot into the deck somewhere. Depending on the format, Bioblight or Draconic Roar neither of those might be good in certain metagames, and you can just play like Ultimate Price instead. Just a really clean, easy answer to Stormbreath Dragon and Thunderbreak Regent, which a lot of decks are adopting.
Yeah, along those same lines, I actually think the Crackling Doom is the best card in Standard right now that's not seeing play.
It is, definitely.
And you could very, I don't want to say very easy, but you could try and slot it into a deck like this. I think that a Mardu Dragon-style deck has the potential to be good. And almost every game we played, Crackling Doom would have been great. And you don't even have Stormbreath Dragon in your deck. So.
Yeah, Crackling Doom is definitely a card that's probably one of the best in Standard that's just not seeing play. And I feel like there has to be a home for it. So.
Maybe somebody will figure it out and take it to Providence this weekend.
Maybe.
So this weekend, the Open Series will be traveling to Providence and Rhode Island. If you're into that sort of thing, going to Rhode Island. So make sure you hang out there and play in the $20,000 Standard Open. It's a 2-day event. You can win buys through open trials at your local game store, or if you're able to travel to some of the Opens or IQs and amass enough points, you can also do that. So yeah, make sure you check out Providence.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be an awesome tournament. It's sweet. That's all I got. So.
He's a little tired from Brussels.
Yeah, I'm going to be probably amassing, bed series points, where I just...
Bed series points?
Just sleep a lot.
Pillow points.
Yeah, there it is.
Looking for some pillow points.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for watching, guys. We appreciate it. For those of you who are watching on YouTube and not on StarCityGames.com, you can check out the scrolling panels underneath our smiling faces to see any previous BBD versus CVMs that you want to check out. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and post in the comments. Let us know what you want to see. I know that there were some comments on our video from last week from people that wanted to see the Strength of the Fallen deck or the Chromantiflayer deck. We wanted to put Craig Wesco's deck in the video this week and didn't really just want to battle 2 Corsair decks against each other. So there's a chance that we might see one of those other 2 next week.
Yep.
But please, make sure you let us know in the comments what you want to see.
Yeah, and we might see some sweet decks this weekend as well from Providence that may shake things up as well.
Hopefully.
There's also a Standard Grand Prix in Europe as well.
There is in Europe. somewhere
It's in Krakow.
in Krakow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully nobody gets banned.
All right.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.